Well, the OP-1 has a 1/8 out. 1/8? Well, the OP-1 has a 1/8. What the? The OP-1 has a 1/8 inch out jack. So you got a 1/8 inch. What? Oh my god.
It's another tutorial time with Brad! And now, here's Brad!
That's me!
Hey everybody, this video is sponsored by iMusician. They wanted me to try out their new instant mastering service, so I figured I would try to do an old school OP-1 jam and see what it's all about. But first, let's talk about how to get the music out of the OP-1 and onto the computer to upload it to master it. Normally, what you could do is go into the COM here by holding Shift and COM and go into disk mode and take all of your audio directly off the OP-1 and import it into your DAW of choice. But what happens if you want to use the OP-1 as an instrument or just play along with some stuff you've already got going on? You just want to skip that tedious process of importing it onto the computer and dragging and dropping into the DAW and going through all the hassle. Well, you've got a 3.5mm jack out of the OP-1, and most audio interfaces have a 1/4 inch input. So that means this guy is going to need an adapter. So I've got a 3.5mm to a 1/8 inch jack connected together, and we plug it in. It's super freaking quiet, dude. Like, I can't hear it. I'm going to turn my thing is all the way up. My OP-1 all the way up. I have to make it an instrument and do all these steps to hear it. And even then, it's Static City over here. So this solution is not going to work. So it's going to take that out. What happens if you just go and buy a 1/8 inch cable to a 1/4 inch jack? That's what I've got going on with this Volca sample over here. You know? So I'm going to take this cable and plug it into the OP-1. See what it sounds like. Again, we've got all that static. What's the deal? Why do these cables sound like crap? I was trying to solve this problem, and I had these two cables laying around. Jesus Christ. I've got two XLR cables here. If I take them apart, one of them is an XLR male to a 1/4 inch jack. The other one is an XLR female to a 3.5mm stereo jack, right? So I plug the 3.5mm dude into the OP-1 and the 1/4 inch guy into the audio interface. And we get a pretty clear signal, but we get a new kind of noise. But that's where our handy little ground loop noise isolator comes in hand. We're gonna hook this guy up. And the link for this guy is in the description below. If you guys don't have one of these by now, it's necessity for the OP-1. So the ground loop isolator, then we plug in the 3.5mm jack, and that annoying digital static is gone. And we get a clear OP-1 signal. And that's my cable that I've managed to make work. And I think this is a really weird setup. If someone can explain to me why this works, that would be greatly appreciated, because I don't know why this works, but it works. So let's try to figure out a jam and try out this mastering service. right, so now that the jam is recorded, we're gonna hop over into the computer and get it ready for iMusician's instant mastering service. All right, so here we are in Logic. I've done all the editing that I need to do. And just to make the track more complete, I'm gonna throw on the Good Hertz Wolf compressor. And just to give it a little bit of lo-fi flavor, I'm gonna go ahead and up the in, crank up that compression, turn off the lo-fi because this wow factor is gonna do the lo-fi part that I really want. And then let's go ahead and crank this up. On the final stereo out channel, we're gonna throw on a default Logic compressor and turn on the limiter and just make sure that its threshold is -6. For iMusician's mastering service, the one thing you want to make sure is your stereo track shouldn't exceed -6 decibels. This is going to allow their AI to go through and properly EQ and everything that it needs to do. So we've got the compressor on there, and now we're ready to just bounce it out. So let's go down to our stereo out. Let's not include an audio tail because that hiss is going to cause it to go out. The other thing you want to make sure for the iMusician mastering service is your resolution and sample rate are set correctly. They want you to upload it in a WAV format with at least 16 bits, but you can go up to 24 bits, I believe. And the sample rate should be between 44.1 and 96. And let's hit OK. Let's just call it, since it's pretty slow, let's call it Slowpoke. So we're going to bounce out Slowpoke. Here we go. And now we need to go and create a free account on iMusician.app. So here we are, we're gonna create account real quick. Okay, so I've created my account for iMusician and here I am at the dashboard. I'm gonna go down to this products and click on instant mastering here. And here we get the information that I've already mentioned. You gotta make sure that you're in a WAV format with 44.1 up to 96 kilohertz at 16 to 24 bits and with about -6 decibels of headroom for the best sound. So let's go ahead and create a track. It's gonna pop this up and then we gotta click on this guy and we're gonna upload our track, slowpokejam.wav. Open. iMusician is also a music distributor, so you've got all kinds of stuff that you can fill in for your track. I'm not going to be distributing this out to Spotify or Apple Music. I'm just going to upload this to Bandcamp, so I'm not going to worry about a whole lot of this. I'm just going to put in the basic info here. So we're going to call this song Slowpoke, and I don't know what kind of genre this is. Hip hop. Let's call it that. I'll be the copyright owner. Here we go. Looks like we can create our artist. That's me. And then it's an instrumental. Let's call it good. Save and close. And the song has been uploaded. So we're going to go down and hit next. Now I've already kind of have this in a very lo-fi style, but they offer all kinds of different mastering styles and stuff here. So if you were doing a hip hop track or anything like that, you have all kinds of options here. And then you can adjust your sound and color and all that stuff. Now I've already got my track sounding pretty good, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to turn on stereo widening because I usually do that when I master a track in Logic. So let's go ahead and accept the terms and conditions and generate some previews and see how this sounds. All right, this can take a few minutes, it looks like. All right, looks like it is previewable. Let's take a look here and see what it sounds like. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I think it's gonna work. So let's go ahead and finish our order here. You're running a 20% off sale at the time of this recording. So it's gonna run you about $5.59 to master a track. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm going to drop that track on my Bandcamp, link for that down in the description below, as well as links to iMusician's mastering service. Huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. I hope you guys found the information about connecting your OP-1 into an audio interface helpful. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share it, and I will see you in a video again soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.